Summary of Part 1 of The Razor's Edge by Sophia Rocco. The first part of the novel takes place in the city of Chicago in 1919. W. Somerset Maugham gets an invitation from his friend Elliot Templeton to have lunch with his sister Miss Bradley, Isabel, Larry, Sophie, and Gary. Maugham attends several dinners and lunches with them before he leaves for San Francisco. During this time, Isabel is engaged to Larry. But since Larry returned from World War I, he decides he wants to discover the meaning of life in Loaf. Elliot, Miss Bradley, Isabel, Gary, and every social person they know feel Larry needs to get a job to support their booming country, but Larry refuses. Larry discusses with Isabel his new desires in life and strikes a deal with her to spend 2 years in Paris searching for the answers to his questions, and if he doesn't, after those 2 years, he'll come back to Chicago and get a normal American job. Even though both Larry and Isabel don't know Maugham very well, they both have lunch with him and engage in a personal conversation about each of their situations. Larry talks about his experience in the war as a fighter pilot and the traumatic events that occurred, while Isabel explains her situation with Larry and their engagement. Next, the main characters end up in Paris. Larry has been living in Paris in a quaint apartment while reading many books. Maugham and Larry end up meeting at the Dome in Paris and discussing what Larry has been up to. Then, Isabel tries her best to convince Larry to come back to Chicago and get a job. Larry doesn't budge and informs her he wants to visit Greece. Isabel and Larry both realize they want different things in life. Isabel wants the rich, lavish lifestyle she has grown up with, while Larry wants to travel off a small amount of money and live a day-to-day lifestyle. Isabel realizes that their relationship would never work and has no choice but to call off the engagement. After, Miss Bradley and Elliot take Isabel to London to get her mind off the engagement. Maugham and Isabel then discuss Larry, and he conveys to her that Larry is seeking something with a greater meaning, perhaps God. Finally, at the end of Part 1, it is revealed that Larry did not go to Greece like he planned, but he worked in a coal mine and traveled across Germany and Belgium.